Shalom. All praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the elder apostles, the bishops, and the elders of GMS who rules well. Peace and salutation to the elect. My name is Aina. The title of this video is China slams U.S. vessels passage through Taiwan Strait. Right, and ultimately, what this boils down to is World War III heating up and America trying to show their dominance, and basically taking over Taiwan. That's pretty much what it's about. America is subtly, taking over Taiwan by allowing Taiwan to think that they can be free for themselves, kind of like what's happening right now in Ukraine and Russia. Right, America wants to get close to Russia to basically threaten. Right, they want to threaten, say, I'm this close to you, I can blow you up my nuclear missiles. That's pretty much it. Now they want to do the same thing with China, pretty much. From my opinion, from where I'm sitting, that's how it looks. So anyway.
To U.S. activity in the Taiwan Strait, Beijing deployed its naval and air force around Taiwan for combat readiness patrols and training missions. Chinese media released a video showing its Eastern Theater Command conducting naval and air drills around Taiwan.
While performing combat readiness and alert missions, we always maintain a state of readiness with arrows on the string. Missions. We always maintain a state of readiness.
All right, so it says Trump sends 2 U.S. ships to Taiwan Strait. So it's over there near Taiwan, which is not USA or anything like that. We'll have a coup. It says China deploys naval air forces near Taiwan after U.S. Strait transit. So China, after U.S. or while U.S. or however the case may be, was in the area, China went out there and did some drills, basically to show power, let the weak say I'm strong, which is Joel, chapter 3. Right, and the other scripture I quoted was Habakkuk 2:5. Basically, Esau, even the so-called white man, going to places that he's not wanted and he doesn't belong, over there near Taiwan. And now we have Habakkuk 2:5, or Joel 3, one of the scriptures like 5 or 8 or something like that, which we'll get. Let the weak say I am strong, right? Because before, U.S. could just go and do whatever they want to do. But now, when they go and do things, people are saying you can't do that, you can't go there. And if they do go there, they do things like bring out their military, like come back and try it again,
While performing combat readiness and alert missions, we always maintain a state of readiness with arrows on the string and ammunition fully loaded. Our weapon systems are also in launch-ready status, prepared to fire at any moment.
Chinese Foreign Ministry opposed the U.S. presence around Taiwan, claiming the U.S. can't threaten its sovereignty in name of navigation freedom.
The Eastern Theater Command of the Chinese People's Liberation Army has already responded, and I would like to emphasize that Taiwan is an inalienable part of China's territory, and that the question of Taiwan is not a matter of freedom of navigation, but a matter of China's sovereignty and territorial integrity. China firmly opposes any country provoking and threatening China's sovereignty and security in the name of freedom of navigation.
The military drills were held after 2 U.S. Navy ships sailed through the sensitive Taiwan Strait this week. Taiwan's defense ministry said its forces had also kept watch, but noted the situation was as normal. This marks the first U.S. mission after President Donald Trump took office last month. The U.S. Navy, occasionally accompanied by ships from allied countries, transits the strait about once a month. China, which claims Taiwan as its own territory, says the strategic waterway belongs to it.
For all the latest news, download the WeOn app.
So this is a strategic waterway for a war. The world is preparing for World War III. Therefore, China does not want America, who is putting tariffs on them, to be traveling so close to them. So I'll grab those scripture that I was talking about. And we got whatever this is doing over here. Habakkuk 2 and 5. It says, yeah, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. So you have Donald Trump in office now. He's proclaiming that Greenland should be red, white, and blue land, which is funny as hell. They have named the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America. You can search it up on Google Apps right now. But if you zoom in and out and you get to a certain point, it still says Mexico, but it says in parentheses Americas. So we don't know what's going on with that. We were still worried about Canada, and now Taiwan. So there's a lot happening. Let me grab Joel 3. And right here, Joel 3 and 10. Joel 3 and 9, it says, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, right? The heathen, the other nations. Prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. Right. So America is obviously trying to go ahead and start this off. It says, beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say I am strong. So the weak will be the nations that's not America, because basically America has been the bully of the world, going out, conquering, doing what they're doing. And now as we inch closer towards the end, these nations are going to come against America and destroy America with thermonuclear missiles, right? Thermonuclear warheads, right? So that's what's happening. The world is preparing for World War III. I'll grab that in 11:14. It says, Revelations 11 and 14, the second woe was past, and behold, the third woe coming quickly. Woe is simply destruction, and this goes into World War I, World War II, and guess what? Behold, the third woe coming quickly, and we're fastly approaching that. Basically, it has already begun, but it just hasn't intensified, and the draft hasn't come yet. So, it hasn't settled on the people yet, but that's soon to come. All right, we got an article from China. CGTN, see the difference? This is China's news agency or whatever. It says China slams U.S. vessels passage through Taiwan Strait. This was posted February 12th, 2025 at what is this? 5:56. It's the 12th now, so they're ahead. And anyway, a Chinese military spokesperson condemned the United States for sending a warship and an oceanographic survey ship through the Taiwan Strait recently, and that's something to be looked at too, because they've been doing that, and then all of a sudden, underwater sea cores have been just ripping apart. People trying to figure it out. It says a Chinese military spokesperson condemned the United States for sending a warship and an oceanographic survey ship through the Taiwan Straits recently. So now they know where all your cores are at. So if that happens, the prophets and the Lord, we're going to jump right on it. All right, devils, the shameful spewing is on your glory, right? And we understand what's happening. It says through the Taiwan Strait recently, saying it sent wrong signals and increased security risks. Exactly. Not so anyway. Senior Colonel Li X, spokesperson for the Eastern Theater Command of the Chinese People's Liberation Army, made the remarks on Wednesday. The Arleigh Brooke class guided missile destroyer USS Ralph Johnson and the Pathfinder class survey ship USNS Bowditch sailed through the Taiwan Straits from February 10th to 12th. The Eastern Theater Command of the PLA organized naval and air forces to track and monitor the ships and the whole course and effectively responded to and dealt with them, Lee said. Lee added that the troops of the PLA Eastern Theater Command remain on high alert at all times to resolutely safeguard national sovereignty and security, as well as regional peace and stability. The Chinese Foreign Ministry and the State Council Taiwan Affairs Office responded to the same issue on Wednesday, noting that Taiwan is an inalienable part of the Chinese territory. A spokesperson for the Chinese Foreign Ministry said the Taiwan question is not about freedom of navigation, but about China's sovereignty and territorial integrity. It says China resolutely opposes any country's provocations and threats to China's sovereignty and security in the name of freedom of navigation, right? So basically, China understands that America is helping Taiwan, and basically that's a threat to China, just like Ukraine was a threat to Russia. So you can understand. It says a spokesperson for the State Council Taiwan Affairs Office said the Taiwan question concerns China's core interests. We resolutely oppose and will never allow any foreign interference, Zhu said, adding that China has the firm will, full confidence, and sufficient ability to safeguard national sovereignty and territorial integrity. So that was basically a nice way of saying, we can go to war with you if we need to do that. It says she urged the U.S. Side to abide by the one China principle and the three China-U.S. joint thing. Handle Taiwan-related questions with extra prudence and stop sending any wrong signals to Taiwan independence forces. So Taiwan is a no-go, Gaza is a no-go, Greenland is a no-go, Canada is a no-go, Greater Israel is a no-go. So just blowing the trumpet on this, the devil is getting that shameful feeling put on him. This is Ezekiel chapter 3, verse, 17. Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore, hear the word at my mouth and give them warning from me. So this is just a warning. What's to come. World War III is fastly approaching, and all hell's about to break loose. And that's the point. Let me grab this. Where is it at? Okay, Ezekiel 33:1, it says, again, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, speak to the children of thy people, and say unto them, when I bring the sword upon a land, if the people of the land take a man of their coats and set him for their watchman. So the prophets, the men of the Lord, are the watchmen. We're watching over, we're feeding the sheep, and we're letting them know the things that's coming pursuant to the scriptures. It says, if when he seeth the sword come upon the land, he blow the trumpet and warn the people. Then whosoever heareth the sound of the trumpet and taketh not warning, if the sword come and take him away, its blood shall be upon his own head. So the prophets of the Lord have been here speaking on the corners and putting up these videos on the World Wide Web, telling you what's to come and what is here. World War III, Jacob's Trouble, the MOTB is fastly approaching, right? These things are at the door, the knobs is turned, and we can see their eyeballs. It says, then whosoever heareth the sound of the trumpet and taketh not warning, if the sword come and take him away, his blood shall be upon his own head. He heard the sound of the trumpet and took not warning, his blood shall be upon him. But he that taketh warning shall deliver his soul. But if the watchman see the sword come and blow not the trumpet, and the people be not warned, if the sword come and take any person from among them, he is taken away in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at the watchman's hand. So thou, O son of man, I have set thee as a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore thou shalt hear the word at my mouth and warn them from me. Right? And that's pretty much the point. Let me grab this one and we'll just end it off. Right? What's ahead? World War III, Jacob's Trouble, a day like never before. Jeremiah 28:8 says, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms, of war and of evil and of pestilence. With that, Lord willing, you were edified from the lesson. I'll say shalom to those elect, which consists of men, women, and children. Shalom.